Good day, ma'am. I'm Guevara Russell Ann O from 3CRI-A1-11. So today, I'm presenting forensic toxicology, lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to, number 1, trace the history of toxicology, and number 2, discuss the importance of toxicology. So let's proceed to the slide number 2. Describe toxicology, forensic toxicology, and forensic toxicologists. So first, toxicology. So what is toxicology? Toxicology, it is a field of science na makakatulong sa atin para mas maintindihan yung mga harmful effects ng chemical substances na meron sa tao, sa hayop, at sa environment. So, ang toxicology din daw po is nire-refer siya as a science of safety. Kasi po, nagfo-focus ito sa pag-aaral ng poison at yung mga effect ng chemical exposures. So, next, forensic toxicology. So, ang forensic toxicology, ito daw yung study and practices ng application ng toxicology to the purpose of the law. So, the relevance of any finding is determined in the first instance by the nature and integrity of the specimen submitted by the analysis. So, ang forensic toxicology daw po is nagfo-focus din sila sa medical legal aspects of chemical exposure and toxic injury. So, next, forensic toxicologist. So, sila daw po yung mga nagpe-perform ng mga scientific tests on body fluids at tissue samples para ma-identify po natin yung mga drugs or chemical na present sa isang body ng isang tao. So, ang forensic toxicology also is nagpe-perform sila ng mga tests ng specimen na kinokollect naman daw po ng isang forensic pathologist during an autopsy or crime investigation. So, let's proceed to the slide number 3. Slide number 3, importance and fields of forensic toxicology. So, sa importance of toxicology naman daw po, sila po yung mga nagpo-provide ng mga critical information and knowledge na nagagamit ng isang regulatory agencies, ng decision makers and others. So, ito po yung mga government agencies. Sila yung sa scientific basis for establishing regulation and policies aim para maprotektahan at ma-preserve yung human health and yung ating environment. So, next, yung companies such as pharmaceutical and chemical are able to develop safer products, drugs, and workplace. So, next, yung consumer naman daw po. Sa consumer, sila daw po yung may access na information na makakatulong para makapagdesisyon about their own health and para ma-prevent yung disease. So, let's proceed sa fields of forensic toxicology. So, in the field of forensic toxicology, involves 3 main subdisciplines. So, first, post-mortem forensic toxicology. So, ang post-mortem forensic toxicology daw po, sila yung mga nag-i-investigate sa mga suspected drugs overdose, homicide, suicide, natural deaths, at sa mga general unknown deaths where toxin are either ruled in or out through testing and interpretation. So, next po, dun sa human performance toxicology. So, dito naman daw po, similar siya sa criminal investigation, which involves the same application of techniques as in the deaths in investigation. So, yung specimen daw po ay typically collected sa living person. Yung blood and urine naman daw po is commonly encountered. Pero yung mga oral fluid, hair, and other sample is nagagamit din po natin sila as evidence. So, sa forensic drug testing naman daw po, ito naman po yung pinoperform daw po ito in a wide variety of setting including the workplace, sa probation and parole, as well as compliance testing. So, let's proceed to the slide number 4. Slide number 4, history of toxicology. So, first, ancient history. So, dito daw po nakapaloob yung mga poisonous plants and animals na gagamitin para pang-hunting or in a warfare. So, in 1500 BC daw po sa written records, doon daw po naka-indicate yung hemlock, opium, arrow poison, at yung mga certain metals na gagamitin bilang panglason sa mga kaaway or para sa state execution. So, let's proceed to the post-classical history. So, in 1198, ito daw po yung time na yung mga tao nagkaroon na ng connection between exposure to a specific substance. So, and illness or death. So, noong 1198 din daw po, si Moses Maimonides wrote what may be the first collection of writings on toxicology. So, the treatise on poison and their antidotes. So, naging treatment daw po ito sa mga na-poisons from insects, snakes, and mad dog. So, let's proceed to the Paracelsus. So, si Paracelsus daw po is a philosopher of the German Renaissance. So, pioneer din siya ng several aspects of medical revolution. So, Paracelsus in 16th century, na-determine daw po yung specific chemicals ay responsible pala sa toxicity ng plant or animal poison. So, dinodocument din daw po nila dito yung mga body ng isang tao kung nag-response daw po ba to sa chemical. So, depende daw po yon sa dosage na na-receive ng katawan ng isang tao. So, let's proceed to the modern history. So, si Matthew Orfila. So, si Matthew Orfila naman daw po in 19th century. So, siya yung founder of toxicology. So, si Orfila din daw po yung unang nag-describe ng systematic correlation between chemical and biological properties. So, dinemonstrate din daw po niya dito yung effect ng poison sa specific organ through autopsy for poison and tissue damage. So, let's proceed to the slide number 5. Slide number 5, ways on how forensic toxicologists collect samples. So, first step, isolation. So, kailangan daw po natin i-isolate yung mga drug or poison from the matrix. So, para gawin daw po ito, some type of extraction method is employed to remove the substance from the biological model. So, second step, detection and characterization. So, kailangan daw po natin i-detect and i-characterize yung isang poison by comparison with known quality control reference materials, calibrators, and drug libraries. So, third step, identification of the drug. So, kailangan daw po natin i-identify yung drug or kailangan natin mag-conduct ng confirmatory testing by matching retention types and spectrum of unknown substance in a sample to unknown material in a drug library. So, fourth step, quantification. So, sa quantification naman daw po, when a concentration of the substance is determined by comparison to values of a calibration curve analyzed on the same run as the samples. So, last step, interpretation. So, dito daw po sa interpretation, once na yung data is na-review na, forensic toxicologist is consider all the results, the case information, and the known literature to interpret the toxicological findings in the case. So, dito na po kailangan natin i-interpret yung ginawang examination or nakuha nating mga case information. So, that's all, ma'am. Thank you.